What is up, everybody? Thank you for joining my channel. This is Korg Serial Channel. I'm your host, Korg, aka Mitch, and my buddy is Serial, aka Jake. He'll be joining and throwing up some content from his end. He's in a different state. Serial is in Kentucky. I am in Georgia. We're setting up this channel, getting back into skating. I have not been on a skateboard for about 20 plus years. Had a skateboard back in my 20s for a little bit, but I skated as a kid since I was about, I don't know, trying to rack my brain the last few weeks here. 12, 13, maybe 11, somewhere around there, and skated all the way through my teenage years. When I hit 18, I had purchased a car, started working, and I stopped skating. And kind of never just never really stayed up in the community, and never really kept up with everything, but saw some videos here and there, some skate clips, whatever. But yeah, so now I'm getting back into it after all these years, and it feels good. So Cyril and I are gonna join forces and try to make something happen on this channel, and just document our progress and all the fun that we have skating. My wife actually just bought me a board. Pretty funny, the last couple weeks, Cyril and I were going through different board setups and stuff. I was just getting pumped, watching a lot of skate videos. There's a guy on YouTube that I watch, Jack Skates, or I think it's Jack Skaters, and really inspired me to get back on a board. And there's another guy on Facebook that I watch. I think his name is Sam Wise. He's about my age, 40, 41, 42, and he's ripping pretty good. So I mean, just watching these guys has just really brought me back into really wanting to get back on a board and just have fun. I just remember it being just really freeing, and doing tricks and just being out, and just enjoying the freedom that skateboarding brought me as a kid. It was just a lot of fun. It was my way to get out of the house. It was a way for me to be independent. So Cyril and I were going through a lot of the skateboard parts and pieces, and he's giving me input and advice, and what to buy and what to look for. And it's been forever since I've really looked at any hardware, any boards or anything like that. And Cyril has been in the world still doing fingerboarding or watching videos, and he's skated a little bit more than I have out of all these years. So him and I found a lot of good parts and pieces that I was interested in. I am a Zero board skater. I love Zero boards. I've had several boards of Zero in my lifetime, and that's what I'm probably just going to end up continuing to skate. As far as the hardware and things like that, that might kind of change up a little bit, but I'm a Zero board rider. So the last few weeks, I've just been finding these parts and then putting them in my shopping cart, and then tweaking the shopping cart, removing something that I didn't want after I've done some research, putting something in there that I did want. And here recently, my wife and I celebrated our 11-year anniversary, and she was saying something about how she got me some anniversary gift, and I was like, okay, huh. So the day goes on, and I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to get out what it is from her that she bought me, because I'm about to, purchase this skateboard, and it's going to be a little expensive. And I just had a very weird feeling that she bought me a skateboard. And so I'm like, I got to get it out of her, because I don't want her buying me some random skateboard with just random parts and whatever. And I spent all this money on a skateboard as well. So I finally got it out of her, and yeah, sure enough, she ended up buying me a skateboard. So I was like, oh, like, I really appreciate that. That is so amazing that you did that. And but I was like, but not trying to be ungrateful, but there's a lot of very specific things that I'm looking for when I'm making this purchase. And she's like, oh my God. So she finally told me. She broke down. So long story short, she broke down. She showed me what she bought. So she ended up sneaking onto my computer, going to my shopping cart through CCI, or I ordered everything through CCS. And she went through my shopping cart, found everything in my shopping cart, and ordered everything that I had in my shopping cart, which was so amazing. Yeah, that was very overwhelming to know that she did that. There was a last minute change that I did, and it was the trucks. I was changing out my trucks, but I don't think I removed them from my shopping cart during the time frame. It was like within I was trying to figure out when she ordered everything. It was only within a day or so I decided to go with a different truck. I didn't put it in the shopping cart soon enough or whatever, so it was like this weird little time frame. So I ended up getting the original trucks that I was going to go with, but everything else is like spot on, so it's perfect. So I'm going to insert a little clip right here of me testing it out, and you know, first time on a board in forever. Had a little bit of sea legs going on. Kind of push this around and get a good feel for it and see if I can get my balance back. Hope you enjoy. There'll be more content to follow. So let's see what this is all about. Oh shit. Whoa. Oh my god. It has definitely been a while since I've been on a board. This is crazy. I probably should have done this. Yeah. Whoa. Probably not the best idea to be using a gimbal and doing this at the same time. Ooh, hitting some brick. These Ace trucks that I got are very, very loose. They're very turny, very squabbly. Yeah, this is it's nice. It's nice being back on a board. Crazy. These trucks are fucking loose. I've never skated trucks this loose before. I always hear not to tighten the trucks once you get them, to ride them for a couple of weeks, break them in. And I don't know, I've heard that they'll, once you do that, they tighten up a little bit. So I'm not sure how true that is. Damn, these are loose, but it's also been forever since I skateboarded. So, oh shit. I hit a fucking rock. Yeah, this is a brand new concrete over here, or asphalt over here. So it's nice and smooth. You ever skate the smooth asphalt? It's pretty nice. But yeah, it's still like has that construction kind of grit to it. I'm in a freaking old person's home parking lot area. Yeah, these trucks are way more loose than I thought. So I don't know. We shall see if they tighten up when I skate them a little bit more. Oh, that was a rock. Or what? If anything, I guess I could always get some other bushings to tighten them up a little bit. See if I can do an ollie real quick. Oh shit! Oh man. I think I'm more scared that I'm gonna hit a rock and fall on my ass right now. It's like it's kind of still dark, so I can't really see much. Oh, my balance is all messed up. That was hella grip. I don't even think I popped the tail on that one, but there we go. 0, baby. Okay, so here are the parts that I got. I ended up going with Shorty Hardware Allen. They're 7/8 inch. and I end up going with the Bone Swiss 6s. Went with the Spitfire Formula 4s, 53 millimeter conical wheels. And then I end up going with the classic Ace trucks in black to match my board. Zero board, all in black, white skull. It is an 8-inch width. And I end up going with the New Balance 440s for my skate shoes. I heard really good things about New Balance, so that's what I ended up going with. So another thing too, I ended up picking up some Gulf wax. I've been hearing some good things about it, some bad things about it. My buddy Cyril and I have been talking about all this kind of wax, making wax, buying wax, what's cheap, what's not, how to use it. I mean, I don't know. I've saw some videos that Gulf wax is just too flaky and it just gets all over the place. Then I hear from other people that it's just like, just use any kind of wax. So I think it's gonna be a trial and error and see what works. I might end up using this Gulf wax to make my own wax, but for now, that's where I am at to test things out. So the goals for this channel, again, like I was saying before, is I just got really inspired. I very much enjoyed skating as a kid, and I just, did my own thing for the last few years. I'd like to get back into it. I didn't do that many tricks. As you can see in the previous video, I had just, I had my grandfather's camcorder at one time. I kind of hijacked it from him, and I recorded as much as I could from, like a 1 or 2 year period time frame. And for the most part, a lot of tricks I got were just ollie over things. I was able to like pop shove it and do some kick flips here and there and some hill flips. I was never consistent with them. I could never really land them that well. I might have landed a tray flip or a 360 flip every once in a while. So nothing really spectacularly crazy or anything of that nature. And manuals, I wasn't good at nose manuals. I think I got a little bit, but manualing was really fun. Ollieing on the things manualing. I did a board slide here and there, maybe 50-50 grind every once in a while. But so realistically, I'd like to get back into being able to do tricks, definitely kick flips, and very consistently. I would love to do tray flips. I just really like the way tray flips look. Want to be able to do some grinds, 50-50s, 5-0s, nose grinds, cookie grinds, board slides, lip slides. I mean, just some of the basic stuff, just to have fun. That's all I really want to do. I really love gaps. I've already been looking around every time I'm driving around, looking for different areas that have gaps, and those would probably be me just ollieing those gaps. I don't know if I'd ever have enough courage to really do tricks over some of these gaps, but we'll see. But definitely ollieing some gaps would be amazing. I think for me that was the most fun I had, was just ollieing down stuff and larger gaps and things of that nature. It was just like I was flying. It was so fun. So there's a few gaps that I've actually scouted out. There's 2 at work. One's like just really long. Cyril and I were talking about it because I took a picture of it, and he's just like, that's so huge. So we'll see if I can do that one. This other one I got to take a picture of and send it to him and see what he thinks about it. I think it's a little bit more doable. It's a little bit more of a higher gap versus a longer gap. So I think it'd be easier for me to clear. It's a longer drop, which I like. It'd be really fun. And then just today, actually, I was driving through town and I saw this other gap, and I'm like, whoa, it's a drop, but it's also pretty long as well. So I have no clue. I'll keep my eye out every time I pass by it just to kind of see what I'm thinking. But right now I really got to focus on just skating and pushing the board around and getting my leg strength up. I mean, that's realistically where I need to be, is just getting my strength back up and getting used to the board setup, and making sure everything is nice and tight and how I want it, and just getting familiar with everything. I try to ollie. You saw in the video clip, I try to ollie. I was able to do it ish. It was just kind of dark in that area. There's rocks in that spot, and I'm not trying to bust my face just yet. I know I'm gonna fall. It's just inevitable. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Thank you so much for joining the channel. Go ahead and like this video and subscribe for more in the future. See you guys later.